Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray, and thank you for watching. Today, we are going to be talking about Dr. Stone Season 2, Episode 8, or Dr. Stone The Stone Wars, Episode 8, whichever you prefer. And a lot of action going on in this episode. I think I got my lights set up better. I tested it a couple seconds ago, so hopefully I don't look super grainy as I did in the previous video. Previous couple of videos. I did one on my guitar channel as well. But let's just kind of get right into it. So we start off with the tank. So it actually more or less starts off as like, Senku getting petrified, years and years going by, him finally getting into the magic cave and becoming unpetrified. And it's basically kind of like a throwback to the first episode and everything that happened up until this point of retaking the Miracle Cave, the cave that allows them to de-stone people and allows them to live a better, happier life, so on and so forth. So we get to the Miracle Cave, then we shoot off the freaking cannon, and holy crap, does it just wreck everybody. There's blood everywhere, everybody died. No, I'm kidding. What actually happens is they shoot the cannon off top of the Miracle Cave, and it's kind of like a giant Hollywood flashbang. So basically what Senku did is he combined sulfur and charcoal in order to make a giant, flashy Michael Bay style boom, if you're familiar with the Transformers movies, and scare everybody. They're all running. None of them are retreating, even though Tsukasa specifically said, hey, retreat if it's looking bad. And they're just running all over the place. They have no planning whatsoever. And then Senku and everybody else sees the opportunity, knocks everybody out, ties everybody up, wave after wave of these guys. And everybody's tied up. Nobody's dead. Ukyo is happy because nobody is getting killed. Until, there's a big until. So before we get to the until part, so Minami, got the characters in front of me. She is the kind of journalist. She is trying to run away and be like, hey, they have a tank. Everybody's running away. They're not doing what you said. You need to get there ASAP. And Nikki decides to show up along with a couple other people that she has recruited and tickle her. But before that, I just want to talk about the animation. So this is a giant fan service to many people, and then at the same time makes me question things because I feel like this is more of kind of like a middle schooler show. But I'm probably thinking about the same thing. Just the boob jiggle, just as she's like gayfully, meaning happily, skipping down the path. And then to stop her, Nikki shows up and you think, oh, we're just going to knock her out. We want to hit. No, Nikki freaking tickles her and she's just laughing and giggling and everything's moving around and jiggling. And so I was like, why does this need to be in the episode? Why does this have to be so massively sexualized? And now, whatever. Moving on from that point, she doesn't go away. Ukyo actually stops her as well with an arrow pointed at her, saying, nope, no one's going to tell Tsukasa what's going on. We don't need any warnings whatsoever. And that's how that whole situation planned out. But little did they know, Tsukasa and Hoga actually found the cell phone. So that's what kind of put a slight damper in their plan, as they found the cell phone. So they were actually headed to the Miracle Cave a lot faster than they normally would be. And Ukyo doesn't even get a minute to tell people that they're there before he gets stabbed by Hoga. He's bleeding out. Like, we don't really know if he's good or not. He got stabbed, like, in the gut area. We don't really know. So Tsukasa and, Hoga don't seem to really care that they're going to kill some people. I don't know why, Hoga is Tsukasa's right-hand man. Maybe they'll win him over at some point in time. We don't have a huge amount of background on him, which we may get in a future episode, because there's plenty of time left at this point. But we really don't know. We have no idea why they're together, but it's basically everybody against them. So Tsukasa's entire freaking army is defeated, and the tank got tipped over in one of the tank traps, because they did put tank traps in front of the Miracle Cave too. And Senku's just like, whatever, keep going on. And they do actually end up successfully knocking the thing over. It was more of a fright tactic anyway. Senku planned on sacrificing the tank to save Chrome in the first place. So it doesn't really matter. He doesn't really care that he had to sacrifice the tank. But the tank is down. I don't know if they're going to be able to lift that bad boy up because that thing is heavy. I mean, yeah, it's wood and metal and, carbon fiber. And it's just heavy. And then you got freaking Taiju running around with a shield, kind of like Captain America style, going in. And Taiju gets to a point where, Tsukasa and Hoga are like, hey, give yourself up. If you let us kill you, we won't kill all the villagers and everybody else. But what he doesn't realize is it's a lot different from last time. So the last time they met, the last time this ended, it's been a year since Yuzuriha and Taiju actually saw Senku. And what happened there, as we all know, was there was no backup. Taiju and Yuzuriha combined were not going to be able to defeat Tsukasa. But we literally have an army now. And that was Senku's point. He was like, why are you crying? Why are you so sad? I'm not going to sacrifice myself again because we literally have an army. This guy's going around killing people and we need to stop him. It's not just me that he's killing. He's killing all of these innocent people. They're older, but they're still innocent as far as Senku knows, and as far as all the other people know, they haven't done anything wrong. So he tells Taiju, look, we have all of these people. It's basically like 50 against 2. I really hope there's not any bloodshed. I mean, Hoga, unfortunately, Ukyo got some bloodshed, but he was technically on Tsukasa's side initially anyway. But he is probably, he's got the advantage. Tsukasa thinks he has the advantage, but how is he going to, outmaneuver like 50 people trying to shank him all at the same time? It's just not going to work. I know they're not going to try to purposely kill him. And that is their biggest disadvantage, is they don't want to kill Tsukasa or Hoga, and Tsukasa and Hoga do not care if they kill other people. It is clearly evident. Tsukasa goes around crushing statues, no problem. I don't know if Hoga does the same, but there is no, remorse for killing people by the sound of it. And all Tsukasa did say, he's like, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to kill you for a second time. I thought that was a little messed up, but that is what it is. That's Tsukasa's dream, is to get rid of Senku, leave the world anew, and don't, batter it with all of modern technology's issues, all of the modern people's issues. Only focus on the younger generation, which I think is to a certain extent, I agree with some of what he does. Not everything he does, but some of it. And definitely more agreeing with Senku with all this, bringing all the science back as well. And they won a lot of people over from Tsukasa's empire. So if they think they're just gonna get away scot-free, no problems, they are wrong. It's not gonna happen, because a lot of them are on Senku's side. The biggest issue that I do foresee possibly next episode is I think some of them may go back to Tsukasa because now they know they've been tricked. So Hoga actually says, come out of the tank again. We know you're not Lillian. We know you don't have the United States Army. Well, they don't really know about the United States Army part, so who knows? But because some of them were tricked with the Lillian thing, I think there's a good possibility that they may go back over to Tsukasa's side in order to fight Senku, defeat Senku, and then basically go back to his side because, hey, you lied to me. Tsukasa may be a crappy person, but he's never lied to me, so I don't feel the need to join your team anymore, no matter what you have to offer me, even though it's warmth, shelter, technology, all things that are delightful and all things that you want, in my opinion. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's where we're at. We end the episode kind of with a standoff between Tsukasa and Senku. He's like, hey, Senku, and he's like, yo, Tsukasa, and then that's kind of where we end the episode. It's kind of like your classic, still battle scene, getting ready to fight, even though Senku's not going to physically be able to do it. But we got a lot of powerful people. So, you got Kohaku, Ginro, Kenro, Magma, Senku himself, Taiju, Chrome, all these people that have some decent fighting skills. And I think if they can take down Hoga, hopefully, he'll be easier to take down, at least in my opinion. I think he'll be easier to take down. And then they'll just have to deal with Tsukasa. But it's basically like 50 against 2. So I'm hoping there's not any bloodshed, but just expect somebody to possibly die. You can't roll it out. There is a very real possibility that somebody may die in next episode, next couple of episodes. And it probably would be a main character. I don't think it would be Senku, but I do feel it is a possibility. Maybe Taiju might die. or even possibly, you know, Chrome or Kohaku, Magma even. I could see them killing Magma because Magma, while he's somewhat important and he did have some character development, at the same time he's still a little bit extreme and he doesn't seem to have a problem with killing other people, which is bad. Not good and not a good characteristic. So if anybody dies, I'd say I'm going to get, my guess is Magma next episode. I'm going to give this episode a 7 out of 10. Let me know what you rate it in the comments down below. But I think this pretty much wraps this up. Excellent episode overall. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave a like, and feel free to comment down below what you'd like me to do for future anime and cartoon related videos. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.